As the prison works to contain COVID-19 within their walls, the criminal justice system is battling the virus impacts as well. Right now, violent crimes are prioritized in both arrests and prosecution. But victims' rights advocates say the virus is throwing a wrench in the system. Let's get right out to 13 investigative reporter Joe Bartels live at the Clark County Detention Center with the details for us. Joe.
Well, Tricia, we've learned that police have released already 3 inmates from the Clark County Detention Center that were showing symptoms and signs of COVID-19. We've learned one of those individuals has tested positive. They're currently recuperating at the hospital. We've learned this virus has thrown yet another wrench at the criminal justice system.
Crime, punishment, justice. They are the cornerstones of civilized society. But right now, the wheels of justice are turning a bit slower because of COVID-19.
Some of the lesser property crime cases, the COVID-19 has caused us to delay the processing of many of those cases.
Clark County District Attorney Steve Wolfson says his office is working with a skeleton staff, and the prosecution priority right now is on violent crime cases.
Even though the courts are closed due to the COVID-19 outbreak, the criminal justice system is still running.
While the prosecutors and court staff adjust to a new normal, victim rights advocates say it's a big adjustment too.
With the COVID outbreak and the pandemic, it's just flipped everything upside down that we've been doing on a normal basis.
Linda Taché is the state director for Marsy's Law in Nevada. It's a newly passed law that gives victims of crimes the right to know what's going on with the case and the status of their perpetrator. Victims can use VINE, or the Victim Information and Notification Everyday System, which is supposed to provide up-to-date details about cases, but COVID-19 is slowing that information.
There has been a backlog, but yes, it has been increased or exacerbated just because of all the attention that's having to go to this, and people working from home and being disrupted from their daily routines and having to address these COVID challenges, so yeah, it has increased.
Taché says some jurisdictions across the country, such as Los Angeles, New York City, and Cleveland, Ohio, have released hundreds of non-violent inmates from jails and detention centers to slow the spread of COVID-19, which can spread rapidly in close quarters.
That could turn into a trend with other states, obviously. So we just want to make sure that as this is happening, that we want to remind everyone that, these are constitutional rights in our Nevada Constitution.
So far, there's no indication that might happen with the Clark County Detention Center. Clark County Sheriff Joe Lombardo says officers are encouraged to write citations for certain crimes with a priority on violent crime arrests to ease the jail population.
Officers are utilizing discretion on all misdemeanor arrests with the exception of DUI and domestic violence. Citations are encouraged for both juveniles and adults.
And the state director for Marsy's Law tells us that if it gets to that point of releasing non-violent inmates from jail to slow the spread of coronavirus, she hopes that reasonable efforts are made to inform victims beforehand. We've also learned that the information backlog already existed prior to this because there was a lack of resources and funding, but the virus has made it worse. Reporting live, Joe Bartels, 13 Action News.
Joe, thank you.